we are hopping on a little late here today due to technical difficulties, and it's not always easy going live with a baby. I will say that. um, Sometimes she does not cooperate on timing, but that's okay. We're here, we're on, we're, back in my office, so I had to reconfigure some stuff because right now, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna move it. Lila's chair is in my my L. Like, I have a little L-shaped desk. Well, not a little. I have a very large L-shaped desk. And there's not a lot of room back here. So I'm trying to get the best angle. Anyway, we are talking about subconscious sabotaging. So this is something I've noticed going on with myself. We've talked about it, and by we, I mean people in my mastermind. We have all kind of been feeling these, or noticing these subconscious habits that we have that are potentially sabotaging our progress. And part of that is we are all pushing ourselves to the next level. And if you're an entrepreneur, also, if I start sneezing, I don't know what's going on, but my allergies are going nuts today, so I've been sneezing up a storm. So I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm probably going to sneeze a couple times on this live. But we're all human. It happens. Rolling with it. That is the theme of the business. My business is, just being adaptable, rolling with the punches. Being a mompreneur is about all of that. And I feel like that is what my business and brand embodies. Yes. Which reminds me, because of the branding stuff, this is what my brain does. It goes down rabbit holes. Next week, I won't be going live because of a brand photo shoot that I'm going to, and it's going to be in the studio, and we're going to go on scene to do some shoots. So we won't have a live. Maybe I'll go live just kind of behind the scenes. Shout out to everyone who's helping, because I have a makeup artist coming. Lila and Charlotte are going to be coming, and it's all for the up-leveling of the brand that I want to have to help serve clients with my new consulting offer, because I'm really refocusing on a way to have this offer that is not only providing a service to business owners, but also offering, being there as a thought partner and strategy person as a COO in businesses. So that is where my brand is heading. That's where things are going. Tying it back into the subconscious sabotaging because of this, pushing myself out of my comfort zone, pushing myself to serve another level of business owners at a price point that I am very much not comfortable at, just because of my own subconscious, my own money mindset blocks. I have a post coming out on Friday that talks about all these money mindset blocks that came up for me when Zach and I went on our trip, because we stayed in the nicest place I think I've ever stayed in my life. We dropped more in that weekend. I'm not trying to brag. We spent frivolously, which is just not our nature. We aren't frivolous spenders. We've been religiously paying down debts for the past 2 years. We've been saving for our wedding. We've been saving for Lila. So all these things to us were very different and out of our norms, and we both grew up in similar backgrounds / upbringings where we didn't have the most money. We, were not given some opportunities because of money. We missed out on things. And so for us, it was a very inspiring. I mean, the money mindset blocks came up for both of us, or mindset limitations, but we became aware of them because of going on that trip. And really, that's the lifestyle we want to be able to have, is to be able to go on trips like that and travel with our kids. And so being able to address those mindset blocks together was really eye-opening. And that time away really led to this topic of noticing where I'm sabotaging myself, because even after coming back from there and knowing that I'm coming up against these subconscious, and I say that they're subconscious because I'm not actively thinking, oh, do this to prevent you from hitting your income goal, or do this. I'm not actively thinking about sabotaging myself. These are subconscious habits that my brain's doing, thanks to my anxiety or my ADHD. And not that I'm diagnosed with ADHD, but I do have tendencies, because I hyper focus on certain things, or I use that. Some of that is my brain sabotaging me. So I have noticed these things because last year at this time, my business wasn't even off the ground. I was struggling mentally. I wanted to give up. I had no faith in myself or my business. And these same similar tendencies started coming up, and I noticed it this time around. And now there's also some new tendencies that are coming up for me that are all trying to stop me from getting to the next level. And I wanted to talk about it because I know that a lot of my friends in this industry, or anybody, can experience these if they're going into something new, a new part of life. I dealt with the same things when I was leaving my abusive relationship. There were different tendencies because your mind plays tricks on you to go into, when you want to go into something new or do something new. It's meant to keep you safe. If you haven't heard of that, that's a very common theme in a lot of mindset or entrepreneurial books, or just, it comes up too from healing from trauma, because you're so safe, or your brain thinks you're safe and comfortable, so that you become complacent almost in your day to day. But the whole point of the series of Thrive Over Survive is pushing yourself to the next level to make yourself have a life that you enjoy, have a life you love. And to do that, you have to get uncomfortable. And there are times that it's taken me multiple tries, just like when I tried to leave my abusive relationship. It's taken me multiple tries to put something out to market, or to go live, or to pitch a podcast. And it just keeps coming up in new ways when I hit new roadblocks. And I tell Charlotte the same exact thing when I'm parenting her, is the first time is always the scariest. And for her, I tell her, it's the first time scariest, but mom and dad are here for you. And for us entrepreneurs or solopreneurs, sometimes we're like, yeah, it is scary, but we don't have anyone to go through it with. And that's why so many people end up joining masterminds or group programs, so they have people to go through the scary parts with. And that's what I offer for my clients as well, is I'm going to be the one there helping you, supporting you, offering that mental sounding block when you're going through something scary and you're trying to sabotage yourself, and you don't even realize that you're sabotaging yourself. And a lot of my clients feel that way because I'm with them in the day-to-day, managing operations, and I know how they are as a CEO, and I know their thought process because we work so intimately together, that I'm able to say, hey, you're bringing this up. Is this potentially you? And now the Binky's gone. It's gone now. Is this you potentially trying to sabotage yourself? Is this a way that you are trying to divert your focus into something else? And I'm so good at doing it for other people, and I sometimes have trouble bringing the awareness to myself. But some of the ways that I've noticed myself sabotaging is, things that I don't I wouldn't be aware of if I hadn't learned about this or talked about it. Me and Zach talk a lot, and he sometimes is able to spot them out for me because he lives in the same house as me, where he spotted out that, I'll stay up late on a weekend, or I'll so fixate on something that I'll cleaning the house instead of working on something I told myself I'm going to work on. So it's those kind of tendencies and habits that I need to be aware of. And it's hard, and it sometimes is mentally exhausting trying to be aware of those types of things, or if I'm putting something, I'm constantly questioning myself, did I make this right decision? I kind of talked about this a while back, but that is a waste. That is a mental waste of me questioning my decision. I obviously made that decision for a reason, so I need to know that that was the best decision to get me somewhere. It wasn't a mistake. Maybe it was a learning or a stepping stone, but it was not a mistake. It was a decision I had to make. So I'll end up spending hours of time, like not consecutively, but over a course of like a week or two, where I'm questioning myself. I'm wasting so much mental energy instead of just staying with the decision and backing myself up and feeling good about what I've done. I'll question myself, and that's me sabotaging myself from getting and moving forward because I want to. I'm just mentally draining myself as a way to not focus on those steps that need to get me to the next level, because my brain's trying to keep me safe and it's trying to say, hey, are you sure that you're doing this? So it's very good at disguising itself as helping you when it's not. And I definitely deal with doubts that come up. What do you have to say, Lila? Doubts that come up in myself, or doubts that come up with my offer, especially with my VIP day. It took me over a year before I perfected and now have a VIP day that I can constantly resell. I put it out in the I put the offer out and it flopped so hard. It flopped for many, many months where I just wanted to give up on even offering it, but I would tweak it, and I tweaked the copy, and I tweaked the messaging, and I tweaked what I was offering, until to now where I can pretty much talk about it, and I'm building out the process to not evergreen it, but get people on autopilot for the offer, but I can talk about it in the DMs and sell the offer with such ease. And those are the types of things that we have to work through as entrepreneurs. It's just showing up in different ways. So, what is it that shows up for you, and reflecting on it and being aware of those habits that maybe aren't directly outright thoughts of I'm not good enough or I can't do this. Maybe it's thoughts of I want to offer this new offer instead of like tweaking out what you do have, perfecting it, getting it good, and scaling it. Maybe it's I need to try this new trending marketing tactic or this trending thing to get visible, instead of perfecting one way and tweaking it. Just making small tweaks, evaluating and implementing. That's what we were talking about today on my mastermind call, was tweaking. And that's something I do often in my reflections, in my monthly reflections with my data. And some of them, especially my social media metrics and things, I don't check those metrics as often as I should. And I know which ones I should be checking. Like I know, and someone I follow, Systems Save Me, if you follow them, or if you're an ops person, you might have heard of them, but she just went live this week, and it makes sense. She's like, I'm no longer posting because posts aren't doing well. Static posts are just not doing as well, and reels are. Short form video content is what's going to get traction. But also you have to look at, the numbers might say one thing, but are you also looking at the numbers that are converting for you? Are those, I might have a ton of engagement and a ton of reach on reels, but is that converting to followers? Are they going in my nurture sequence? Are they DMing me for help? Are they a vanity metric? So like really getting down into the details and using the facts and the data that you have available to you in your business. And if you don't know where to find them or don't have those numbers, it's never too late to start getting those metrics and getting those data to help you when you're feeling like you're sabotaging or you're emotionally spinning of, okay, this is what's working, this isn't what works, because I have the data. Right, Lila? We talk about this a lot, me and Lila. Lila's going to be a great business owner, aren't you? Aren't you? Like, I don't go on Facebook anymore, and I don't really run my Facebook group because it wasn't converting and it wasn't energetically aligned. So there's things that are energetically and mentally aligned with you that work, and it makes sense with the data. So I like energetically feel aligned to come on here and do lives. I get visibility from it. I build my credibility from it. Do I always want to do it? No. Sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I don't feel good, but as a CEO, I know I can push it. I don't want to push it because I've committed to my audience and my network, and I want to build that trust with them. When I say I'm going to do something, I want them to know I'm going to do it and follow up on the commitment. But I also know that sometimes life happens, and I'm not going to willy-nilly just cancel my live. But if I am feeling super sick, I will move it. And that has happened. Or if a guest needs to move, I'm not going to hold them to it because life happens. I had that happen a couple weeks ago. The time got switched because of an incident. Life happened. Lila's like dancing around so much right now. But going off of that, this is actually a great transition into something I'm going to bring up housekeeping wise. Not next week, since I'm going to be doing my brand photo shoot, and I'll probably go live just behind the scenes to show it, to like shout out some of the business owners I'll be working with. And Lila's getting fussy probably here soon because she doesn't want a nap. What is wrong? Why don't no, you're not eating my hand. Don't eat my hand. But I want to go, I will be going live here, but I'm also going to start broadcasting my lives on when I say multiple platforms, I'm not going live on Facebook anymore because that's not where my ideal client is. But I will be going live, streaming these into YouTube, because my goal for the summer is to start my YouTube channel, because the content that I've been putting out here on Instagram, I'm not as easily able to have access to download, to repurpose, and my whole business model is simplifying my system. Yeah, tell them about that. Say, I don't like this Instagram. I can't download my content as easy, especially when I have guests. It's great for Instagram reach. But I will be switching to having the lives here and on YouTube, so then I also can repurpose them into shorter form content, because that's what's doing well. And why I'm doing YouTube is because, one, that content is going to be centralized. It's just the video content in one place instead of people having to scroll all through my Instagram feed, because I am still posting static posts because of just the content I have, and I can easily repurpose it. And so that it's SEO friendly, so people can search it and find it, and lead through to my website or other lead magnets that I'm putting out and working on. So if you want to go follow me, there's nothing on my YouTube yet, but I will be posting more on there. I'm having my assistant help me retake a lot of trainings that I have or videos that I have, and we're going to be putting them there. So I'm very excited about that. It's Elf Operations. Content will be coming, but you can go ahead and subscribe. Charlotte loves like watching people on YouTube. So does Zach. Like, Zach is such a YouTube short person and YouTube video person instead of Instagram or any other social media. Yeah, they are. So it's funny now, like, Charlotte will pretend to vlog, and she'll pretend that she's recording, or she'll actually will record herself on her tablet. And at the end of the videos, she always goes, like, make sure you like and subscribe, because that's what everyone on YouTube says. So, go ahead, like and subscribe over there. That's why I'm laughing about it. But it's, I guess, to wrap everything up in a nice bow about subconscious sabotaging, is to be aware of the tendencies, and reflecting on your actions, because I sometimes will be doing things, and then by the end of the week, I'm like, I didn't do everything I wanted to do. What happened? And I can pinpoint easily, like, oh, I gave up my time block here. Or I made an excuse of, I didn't work on my business. I didn't hold firm to my boundaries, or I stayed up late and then I didn't have the energy to work on something. And sometimes that's not intentionally me staying up late. It's her making me stay up late. Right? But it's being aware of those also thoughts of that aren't fully related to let's quit, let's give up, but let's change direction, or let's do something totally new because this isn't working. And this is the end of the live because Lila is getting fussy, and I think you're trying to tell me that I talked enough, right? You're telling me you talked enough, Mama. Yes, Okay. Thank you guys for watching. If you're watching live or you're watching the replay, make sure you drop a comment down below saying what maybe your subconscious sabotage is, when you notice it coming up, and I would love to hear from everyone about what they're going through right now to hit their next level. Or if you're like, I'm good, I'm just riding my business, I'm not trying to go to the next level, maybe what makes you so comfortable at that level. But I will talk to you guys in 2 weeks, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.